Hello Israel, it's me, Red Planet, coming to you once again with another video. They're seeing that different states soon is going to run out of water. See what they got to say, Israel.
Is this that cities are already restricting water usage? Some are saying that you can't water your lawns between this time and this time. Others say no more washing your car at your own property. There's a lot of issues happening right now. Want to explain what's going on because experts say this could get much worse in just the next several months. But look at this right here. It says, though, this right here is the U.S. Drought Monitor. Look at this right here.
The more of these data centers that they build in these different states, here too, the more water that these data centers is going to need. These different ponds and lakes and rivers, they're taking the water from there, purifying the water, because the data centers got to have purified water, can't have dirty water to be able to run. The more water we're going to run out for ourselves, because they're going to keep building these data centers in different states, but we're not going to have any water. So people are running out now, buying cases and cases of water because they think in the next couple of months, that's what they're telling them, that we're going to run out of water.
Okay, so you can see these areas right here in the dark red, that is the extreme drought. Okay, in the red, that is severe drought. In the yellow, that is abnormally dry. And here's the issue. That is covering much of the United States. But guess what? Everyone's talking about the West Coast and how the West Coast is going to have an extreme fire season this year. Well, guess what? The farmers are saying their crops, the drought that they've experienced, that is impacting them severely. But it's the majority of southern states, not the West Coast. Again, I'm going to show it to you one more time. These are the states that are being impacted the most here, not over here on the West Coast. That's the reason why I'm bringing it to your attention. Everyone thinks, oh, it's just the West Coast, they'll be fine. Everyone thinks, oh, the West Coast is just California. No, it's not. Look at this right here. It says Idaho to...
They know that we're going to run out of water. They know that we're going to run out of food. You got a lot of people now that's not farmers, that's buying seeds to grow their own food, growing a garden, because they know it's going to be a shortage on their food.
Declares drought emergency for all 44 counties as snowpack hits record lows. They're already declaring an emergency due to a drought. Okay? I want to read this to you really quick. It says, state water officials say the move gives farmers and other water users more flexibility to manage limited water supplies during the dry conditions. The emergency declaration allows temporary changes to existing water rights for the rest of the year, as long as those changes do not harm other water users. Okay, again, Idaho's experienced a drought. Doesn't stop there. Listen to this one. This is Kearney, Arizona.
The note on the door of City Hall lays it all out. The green bar is how much water Kearney uses. The purple line is how much water they have. When the green bar hits the purple line, that's it. They're out of water. And that will be 3 months from now.
So, for Kearney, Arizona, by July 15th, they will be out of water. That means you will not be able to turn on the faucet and see water come out. They will have no water. How concerning is that? That's what we want to...
And they knew that that was going to happen, but they wasn't going to tell the people that they was going to run out of water because they're using it for something. They just tell them now when people are in panic and have to go run out to buy water.
Because they are already hitting the panic button. Residents are already saying they're going to buy big 50-gallon barrels and try to fill it up with rainwater, but they don't know when it's going to rain. Again, those are the issues we're about to face. Look at this one. It says, the city of Raleigh, water restrictions begin on Monday as drought persists. It says, starting Monday, April 20th, the city of Raleigh is implementing stage 1 water use restrictions to preserve the local supply amid lingering drought conditions. I want to read this to you. Look at this right here. This is stage 1. So first off, automatic and non-automatic sprinkler irrigation or spray irrigation is allowed between midnight and 10 a.m. Homes with odd-numbered addresses may water on Tuesdays. Homes with even-number addresses may water on Wednesdays. Irrigation of...
And this is what they want all over in different states. They want this, that you can water your grass only on certain days, that you can go out and buy water on certain days, and that you can wash your car on certain days. They want to dictate the water and us using it.
Landscape is recommended at a minimum or a maximum of 1/2 inch per week. Water customers must abide by required water use reductions and efficiency measures. Penalties apply for non-compliance. That's stage 1. Okay, they do not want to get to stage 2. They don't want to. That's the issue, though, is people don't realize the drought that we've experienced this year, the snowpack, the record lows that we're experiencing, especially here on the West Coast, is substantial. And again, it's a huge problem. I want to show you something, though. Look at this article right here. It says, these 10 states had the biggest crop losses due to drought. Okay? I was reading this article just this morning. I thought it was interesting because of the states that are in this. First, I want to show you this, though. It says, among the states on the list, the total value of crops lost to drought since 2016 ranges from $18.7 million to nearly $750 million. Cumulatively, these states alone account for nearly 98% of the total value of crop losses due to drought conditions in the U.S. since 2016. They account for 98%. Again, that's a massive amount. I want to show you the states, though. Look at these states and tell me how many are on the West Coast. Number 10 is Maine. Total crop losses over the past 9 years, 18.7 million. Nebraska, 33.6 million. Mississippi, 57.7 million, 5 million. Kansas, 59.6 million. New Hampshire, 61.5 million. Minnesota, 108.8 million. You got Missouri, 131.8 million. Iowa, 184.6 million. Texas, 230.3 million. And then you got South Dakota, total crop damage due to drought, $749.8 million. Okay? In 9 years. Again, you think this is just starting? You think this is kind of getting out of hand? You're right. It is getting out of hand. But many believe that because of Super El Nino, look at this article as well. It says strong El Nino could worsen Washington fire season. I live in Washington State. This is one of the concerns, is that we are going to have fires just all over the state, all over the West Coast, really. We are going to have...
And they're not going to have the water to put these fires out, Israel, because they're using the water, so they're not going to have water to put out the fires that's coming.
Smoke, pretty much covering our air quality will be poor, most likely all summer. That's what we're already anticipating. Okay? That's likely what's going to happen. But the reason why I bring it to your attention today, one of the big concerns is water, right? The drought, obviously. But I want to read something to you. Okay? They say, this is where we're at. Right now, we have empty reservoirs. We have water restrictions starting. Food prices are currently rising, and fire risk is pretty much at all-time highs based off of what we're seeing, okay? Or at least leading into the summer. Now, I want to break this down. First off, when there's water shortages, cities limit usage. When we limit usage, we usually see a lot of the vegetation, everything becomes very dry. Having dry vegetation, and we're going into a very hot season, and some are saying this is going to be a super El Nino, that's extremely concerning. That right there should just tell us that yes, it's going to be a bad spring and bad summer. They say if this occurs, which is very high or highly likely, they say crops are going to struggle, which means prices are going to surge. So prepare for that. Then they say prepare for wildfires. Okay? Just prepare for wildfires that are going to impact every single community. That's what we're hearing. Okay? So this isn't going to happen. This is already starting. We are already preparing for this. So over the next 90 days, prepare for what could be a rough summer. But I'll leave you at that. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. But again, thank you guys for watching.